Hello and welcome to my channel all about decoupage. Hi, I'm Veronica and today I'm gonna show you how I made this cute Alice in Wonderland inspired heart. If you have any questions after watching this video, just let me know and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you might have. So for this project I used styrofoam heart. I painted it twice with white paint and then let it dry between each layer. I had a rice paper printed, a custom rice paper. The images are from Etsy. I cut out the images with water pen. I don't use scissors. I like to use water pen. If you don't have water pen, just use small amount of water and small brush. Then I went ahead and tear up the image in few places. And I applied a little bit of decoupage glue onto the heart itself. Then I place the image on the heart and then I seal it with more decoupage glue, making sure there is no excess of the glue because that will dry out white, not clear. After the glue dried, I painted the whole heart. As you can see, I am going inside the rice paper itself as well for better blending. All materials I used will be listed in description box below. Please note I am in Slovakia, so most of the links will be from shop here in Europe, but I am sure my USA subscriber can find something similar over there as well. After the paint was dry, I am applying glitter decoupage glue. This step is fully optional and you don't have to do it if you don't have glitter decoupage glue. If you do, make sure again there is no excess of the glue because it will dry out white, not clear. Then I seal my heart with pouring glaze. Of course you can use varnish as well. I applied 4 layers of the glaze, let it dry good between each layer. The more layers you do, the more shiny and glass looking ornament you will get. Then I use some air drying clay, some molds and some stamp to decorate the heart even more. I roll out the clay on the flexible mold itself. I am pressing a little bit more on the clay so I will get the image of the mold pretty good. Then I glued it to the ornament or the heart with express glue from Pentart. And I repeated the same process on the other side of the heart as well. Then I roll out a little bit of clay, making sure it is pretty thin, so I could press some stamp onto the clay. Pressing down really good so I could be sure the image of the stamp will be on the clay itself, and then I am cutting out around the stem to make sure I just get the image of the stem. Then I glued it again with express glue from Pentart on the heart. Since this is Alice in Wonderland heart, I decided it needed a little bit of roses as well, so I am using my rose mold for this. And again, I am gluing all those roses with express glue from Pentart on the heart itself. Then I used some more stamp and glued it on the heart itself as well. By pressing down, I made sure I am not ruining the saying on the clay. Then I have this mold with Alice in Wonderland saying and stuff, so I am pressing down a little bit of clay to get the saying out. If you have trouble taking out the clay, just put a little bit of cornstarch first down the mold and then it will go out easier. And again, then I glued it on the heart. After all this was done, I let the whole thing dry. After the clay was dry, I painted it first with black paint, took off any excess of the paint with wet towel. Then I painted it gold except of the roses, which I then painted red. The same process was here. I painted the whole heart with gold metallic paint and I wiped off any excess of the paint, giving it a nice rustic look. And the same process was with the roses, painted it first red, then wiped off any excess of the paint. The paint must be still wet when you are wiping it off. After the paint was dry, I sealed the clay part with matte varnish. Of course, you can use glossy one as well. The varnish is water-based. For a little bit of accent, I am using 3D pen, glue pen from Pentart, and I am applying it here and there on the heart itself, on the clay part of the heart. After the glue became transparent, I am applying metallic foil on the heart, and of course it will only stick where the glue was. After applying the metallic gold flakes all over the heart, I am brushing off any excess of the flakes with soft brush. And here it is all finished, Alice in Wonderland inspired heart. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and it gave you an idea maybe for your next project as well. If it did, let me know please in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do, or leave me a thumbs up or comment if you like it. Until next time, bye.